You know, I gotta admit, I was surprised when I heard that the #1 contender decided to stay on SmackDown and challenge John Cena for the WWE title at WrestleMania. Now, some might say that jumping to Raw would be an easier path. But he's staying here. I don't have to like him, but I've got to respect that. You feel me? But let's not get sentimental. We're 4 days away from the granddaddy of them all, WrestleMania. I've given WWE Champion John Cena the night off so he can get ready for his title offense. But his challenger ain't going to be so lucky, you dig? Tonight, he's going to compete in not 1, not 2, but 3 matches. A submission match against Kurt Angle, a first blood match against JBL, and finally, a ladder match against Eddie Guerrero.
That's cute, Teddy. You know what? Why don't you give all those guys the night off? Because there's no way I'm going through that 4 days before WrestleMania.
Hold up, player. What I've got here says otherwise. This briefcase is what's going to be hanging above the ring in the ladder match. Inside is a contract for the WrestleMania match of your choice. If you can win all 3 matches tonight, you can choose your type of title match. If you don't, it'll be my choice. So what's it gonna be, dawg?
Well, when you put it like that, it's not much of a choice at all, is it? Fine. I'll jump through this last hoop, and at WrestleMania, I'm gonna win the WWE title in the match of my choice.
Here we go. This is the first of 3 matches for the #1 contender. Can you believe this, Taz? 3 incredible matches in one night.
Yeah, and what a way to start. A submission match against the master of the ankle lock.
From San Diego, California, weighing 165 pounds, Rey Mysterio.
Sudden this dude sitting on my neck. Where's the rep? Straight from the WWE. Know how much trouble you see when you face the man of mystery. Flipping and spinning and doing the dance. You can remove the mask, cause he's kicking your ass. Who's that?
Man, I don't envy that ref. You know, the last place I'd want to be is between these superstars.
Say that again. Talk about hazardous to your health. That reversal might stop his opponent's momentum dead. I hope this isn't the last time we see these superstars face off.
You're not going to hear me say this much, Cole, but I definitely agree with you. This has all the makings of a nice, long feud.
I don't know how nice it is, but there are certainly some issues between these superstars, and I think this match might only exasperate them.
He ain't taking any chances with this submission, Cole. Look at how tight he's got it locked in.
I see that, Taz. I wouldn't be surprised if he got his opponent to tap out right here.
I gotta say, Cole, when I first heard about this match, I wasn't sure what to think, but these superstars are blown. There's the submission hold. I've seen a lot of superstars tap out to this one, Cole.
You and me both, partner, and we might be about to see another one right here.
I never stop being impressed by Kurt Angle. A multi-time WWE champion, an Olympic gold medalist, an Intercontinental, United States, and WCW champion.
I know, Taz. What a counter that was!
Man, you talk about an American icon, you talk about a real American hero, you just don't get any better than a man right here, Kurt Angle.
Angle certainly represented his country well in the 1996 Olympic Games, where he won his gold medal. But ever since then, I think his accomplishments have gone to his head.
What? How can you say that, Cole? That's practically, that's more or less un-American. I hope the Department of Homeland Security... Oh, jeez, look at this. Pandering to the crowd.
Nothing wrong with keeping the paying customers happy while you build some momentum, Taz.
It's only a matter of time before we see a submission.
That would certainly be the smart move to make. Rey Mysterio is so excited. And there's the submission hold. What a deadly maneuver this is.
You're not kidding, Cole.
What a reversal.
Superstars are on fire tonight.
They sure are, and I don't think they're going to be put out anytime soon. Kurt Angle is such a phenomenal athlete. It's a shame that he feels that he has to bend the rules in order to...
That's not where you want to be when you're fighting this guy.
And that's why 619! Oh my! I think someone's just been busted open!
Look at all that blood!
I think these fans came here to see superstars compete in a match, not beat each other to a bloody pulp.
He's going for the submission.
And he might...
That's all she wrote, Cole.
Here's your winner, Rey Mysterio.
Here comes John Bradshaw Layfield down to the ring for a first blood match. But how much does his opponent have left after surviving that submission match against Kurt Angle?
Man, no rest for the wicked. A first blood match is never pretty, but this one could get downright ugly. Teddy Long has got to be loving this.
From San Diego, California, weighing 165 pounds, Rey Mysterio.
So look out below, and the next thing you know, you'll be on the floor. What you gonna do when you're on your back? From a mean body slam, oh damn you whack. You like, what the heck? All of a sudden this dude sitting on my neck. Where's the rep? Straight from the WWE. Know how much trouble you see when you face the man of mystery. Flipping and spinning and doing the dance. You can remove the mask, cause he's kicking your ass. Who's that?
Man, this Rey Mysterio has got tons of flash, no doubt about it. An amazing athlete, Cole. A lot of people think he's real exciting to watch, and I agree with them. But he just doesn't have the pure size to get the job done sometimes.
I think you're selling Mysterio short, no pun intended. Mysterio's developed. Nice reversal. How much can these superstars possibly have left?
They got as much left as it takes, Cole. Trust me. You get in that ring and you find out you got reserves you never knew you had.
I can imagine. Nothing pushes you to the limit quite like a WWE match.
He dodged that bullet. Man, Cole, I don't want this match to end.
I'm with you, partner. But it's got to end sooner or later.
Well, whichever way it goes, no one can say that these superstars didn't give it everything they got. You know, we've seen some pretty good back and forth action here, but you don't see too many matches end that way.
No, you don't. And I think we'll see one superstar dominate the match before it's over. Rey Mysterio is so exciting to watch in action. He's so fast, so agile, so talented. I really think he could be a serious contender for the WWE title.
You gotta be kidding me, Cole. I mean, yeah, Rey Mysterio is extremely fun to watch and all, but how is a guy his size gonna win a WWE title? Get real.
Come on, Taz. You of all people should know that size isn't everything. You're a former ECW champion, aren't you?
You damn skippy hippie, I sure am, but you know what? It's not about me, it's about Rey Mysterio, and between Rey and myself, we were two different types of animals. And by the way, Cole, just because I'm not 7 feet tall, don't mean I can't kick your ass. Trust me.
He was one step ahead on that one.
JBL style. And there's the counter, Cole.
He's climbing the turnbuckle. Will this pay off? JBL has every advantage you could possibly ask for in his life. Money, talent, fame, and a natural drive to succeed. And I think that's why it's so disappointing. He's showing absolutely no respect for his opponent.
Yeah, and his opponent's not doing nothing about it. What's that tell you?
He anticipated that move perfectly. Rey Mysterio never fails to impress me, Taz. It seems like every time I see him in the ring, he finds another way to defy the laws of physics.
You know,
you can't let your opponent continue to work over the same area of your body.
Not if you want to win the match, you can't. He's got these fans on their feet. They know what's up.
There it is, a huge 619.
There it is, Cole. Underwater. The end is near.
How can you sound so excited, Taz? These are human beings in the ring, for God's sake.
Correction, Cole. These are WWE superstars. And sometimes this...
Here's your winner, Rey Mysterio.
Yeah. Off the top rope, so look out below. And the next thing you know, you'll be on the floor. What you gonna do when you're on your back? From a mean body slam, oh damn you whack. You like, what the heck? All of a sudden this dude sitting on my neck. Where's the ref? Straight from the WWE.
Incredibly, the #1 contender has made it through both Kurt Angle and JBL. But here comes Latino Heat to end his winning streak.
Eddie Guerrero is the fresher superstar, no doubt, but his opponent has extra motivation in this match. That briefcase is hanging above the ring, and what's inside could be the difference maker this Sunday at WrestleMania.
From San Diego, California, weighing 165 pounds, Rey Mysterio.
So look out below, and the next thing you know, you'll be on the floor. What you gonna do when you're on your back? From a mean body slam, oh damn you whack. You like, what the heck? All of a sudden this dude sitting on my neck. Where's the ref? Straight from the WWE. Know how much trouble you see when you face the man of mystery. Flipping and spinning and doing the dance. You can remove the mask, cause he's kicking your ass. Who's that?
Rey Mysterio is so exciting to watch in action. He's so fast, so agile, so talented. I really think he could be a serious contender for the WWE title.
You gotta be kidding me, Cole. I mean, yeah, Rey Mysterio is extremely fun to watch and all, but how is a guy his size gonna win? Watch it, he reversed it.
Eddie Guerrero is one of my favorite superstars on the SmackDown roster, and I think these fans agree with me. It seems like being a crowd pleaser is another Guerrero family tradition.
Speaking of traditions, Cole, let me ask you this. How come you always jump all over someone like JBL or Kurt Angle when they lie, cheat, and steal, but it's okay when Eddie does it? I don't get that.
I don't think it's okay when Eddie breaks the rules, Taz.
But this is never, ever going to work, not in a million years.
I hate to say it, but I think you're right, Taz. These superstars certainly aren't going easy on each other tonight. They sure are giving the fans their money's worth. Oh my God, he's using that ladder as a weapon.
Man, there's a lot of blood, sweat, and tears shed in that ring over the years.
And if these superstars have their way, there's going to be a lot more shed here tonight.
This one could still go either way, Cole.
It sure could. It's not over until the referee calls for the bell.
And there's the counter, Cole. You're not going to see action like this anywhere except SmackDown, Cole.
You'll get no argument from me, Taz. SmackDown is the dominant brand in all of sports entertainment.
Man, this Rey Mysterio has got tons of flash, no doubt about it. An amazing athlete, Cole. A lot of people think he's real exciting to watch, and I agree with them. But he just doesn't have the pure size to get the job done sometimes.
I think you're selling Mysterio short, no pun intended. Great reversal!
Look at these.
Neither one of these superstars wants to be the one to fall off the ladder.
Man, even if you end up... Only one of these superstars is going to hold on, but who's it going to be?
Rey Mysterio...
Neither one of these guys can afford to get knocked off that ladder.
Will we see a finishing move right here? He saw that one coming.
Whoa! He's using that ladder like a battering ram.
Nice reversal.
I think this proves without a doubt why SmackDown's the dominant brand in sports entertainment.
I can't help but agree, partner. You won't see action like this on Raw.
Yeah, and even if you did, you'd have to listen to a couple of yahoos jabbering about puppies and government mules and scolded dogs. I'll tell you, it's like a damn zoo over there. These superstars are showing some great intensity here tonight, and that's what the WWE fans came to see.
That's for sure, Taz. And the #1 rule here on SmackDown is to send the fans home happy.
He's got these fans on their feet. They know what's up.
There it is. A huge 619. He's bleeding all over the place. This one's getting ugly.
It's definitely not pretty. Here's the deal. You make your opponent bleed, and you got the psychological edge. Case closed.
Maybe so, but I'm more concerned about the risk to his physical well-being now that he's been busted open. I hope this isn't the last time we see these superstars face off.
You're not going to hear me say this much, Cole, but I definitely agree with you. This has all the makings of... Nice shot from that ladder. Takes me back to my old ECW days. This is completely off the hook, Cole.
We were expecting a solid match from these superstars, but this is even better than I'd hoped.
Wow, what a shot from that ladder. Looks to me as this can go down in the books as an instant classic.
I think just about every match has that potential, Taz. This is the WWE after all.
What's happened to Eddie Guerrero, Cole? I mean, this guy used to be the WWE Champion, and now look.
What are you talking about, Taz? Eddie continues to compete at a level most superstars can only dream of. The fact that he's not wearing the WWE title on his way to the ring doesn't change that.
Don't kid yourself, Cole. This business is about how much money you make and how much gold you got around your waist. That's the bottom line.
These fans just can't get enough of Latino heat. Eddie Guerrero...
He's really going to town on this guy with that ladder, Cole.
Oh my God, I think the referee's out, Taz.
I'll tell you, they got to start getting sturdier refs, Cole. This kind of thing seems to happen all the time. You know, Cole, the watch this match, the more I'm thinking that there's some legitimate personal issues here between... Oh my God! That was a heck of an impact from that ladder.
We've seen an excellent match so far, and it's not over yet.
Not by a long shot, Cole, and that's a good thing. I don't think we can ever get sick of watching these superstars go.
That's 30 pounds of ladder versus a human body. And guess which one wins?
How much longer are these superstars going to be able to keep it up?
Your guess is as good as mine, Taz. They're certainly not going easy on each other, that's for sure.
When you see this level of competition, Cole, there is no doubt that SmackDown's just head and shoulders better.
I don't think that ladder was ever meant to be used like this, Taz.
These superstars are pounding the heck out of each other. How much longer can they keep this up?
I don't know, Taz, but you can... What a reversal!
I think I've got a pretty good idea who's going to win this match, Cole.
I wouldn't be so sure, Taz. If there's one thing we've seen, it's that anything can happen here in the WWE.
You just don't see action like this every day, Cole.
You sure don't, Taz. And we've got the best seats in the house.
No doubt, front and center. We couldn't be any closer to this match without being in it.
Whoa, that's your territory, partner, not mine. I'm perfectly... If his opponent can't get that ladder away from him, this match won't last much longer.
Let me tell you, Cole, I spoke to these superstars before the match, and I ain't never seen competitors more fired up and ready to get it on.
Judging from how this match has gone so far, what a vicious shot from that aluminum ladder!
So, Cole, you got any predictions? You know who you think's gonna win this one?
The referee's calling for the bell. The match is over.
Here's your winner, Rey Mysterio.
Well, there he is, the #1 contender for the WWE title, the man who ran down SmackDown's general manager to make his way up the rankings. Not the most honorable road to WrestleMania, but to be fair, he's shown his value in the ring despite of how he's handled himself out of it.
Not for nothing, he ain't gonna be on anybody's Christmas list anytime soon, but you gotta admit that his plan worked. I'm not condoning his actions by any means, but here he is in the main event at WrestleMania for the biggest prize of them all, the WWE Championship. Hey Cole, he must be doing something.
And here comes John Cena, the SmackDown champion, out to preserve the honor of the WWE title. Cena's headlined WrestleMania before, but I don't think I've ever seen the champion look this determined, this focused.
John Cena's got a lot to lose here, Cole. And I'm not sure he knows what to expect from his opponent tonight. On the one hand, the challenge has been beaten up pretty bad the past few weeks. But on the other hand, he's taken everything that's been thrown at him and come back for more. One thing's for sure, this is WrestleMania, and this title match is going to be off the chain. So, Cole, you got any predictions? You know who you think's going to win this one?
No way. I've seen you embarrass yourself with enough bad guesses that I'm not going to risk doing the same.
Man, even if you end up winning a match like this, you're going to be feeling it for the next week.
Yes, but that's the case if you lose as well. And having to deal with emotional as well as physical pain is that much worse.
Emotional? What the hell are you talking about?
Well, I've been in the locker room after a match and seen the superstars who don't get their hands raised. You can literally feel the disappointment radiating off them. It's not a pretty sight. What a counter that was! It's been a long time since I saw a crowd get behind a superstar the way they have for John Cena.
Yeah, that's great, Cole. No doubt the WWE fans, they love John Cena. I get that. But this is not a... I don't think the fans like that one too much. I'm sure this breaks this guy's heart.
It should. These fans are the lifeblood of WWE, and he doesn't give a damn what they think.
And there's the counter, Cole. These superstars are putting on a clinic in there.
Yeah, and not a health clinic. I don't think they'll be the same after this one.
Whoa! What an impact! The announce table just flew apart.
It sure did, partner. And that gives you some idea of the power behind that move.
I can't remember the last time I seen a crowd so pumped up. Watch it, he reversed it. Look at these superstars go. It's obvious they've done their homework on each other.
That's for sure. This match might have been over by now if they hadn't.
90% of a match is in the preparation, Cole. You gotta come ready for the battle.
The conditions are right for a finishing move. I can't believe he just did that. That's so dirty.
Well, it's like we used to say back in the day, Cole. Rules are like bones. They're made to be broken.
He's showing absolutely no respect for his opponent.
Yeah, and his opponent's not doing nothing about it. What's that tell you? Nice quick counter.
I hope this isn't the last time we see these superstars face off.
You're not going to hear me say this much, Cole, but I definitely agree with you. This has all the makings of a nice, long feud.
I don't know how nice it is, but there are certainly some issues between these superstars, and I think this match might only exasperate them.
Jeez, Cole, watch your language, will you? It's a family show.
I said exasperate. Not, oh, never mind. Night after night, the WWE superstars never fail to amaze the fans.
And that's a good thing, Cole. I don't ever want to think about...
He's building up a head of steam.
Oh, man, here it comes, Cole. 619.
down here.
Yeah, no kidding. You can't let someone keep working you over like that. These superstars give everything they got when they're in a match like this. But a lot of people don't realize what they sacrifice behind the scenes also.
No question. If you want to make it in the WWE, you've got to sacrifice just about everything for your career. It has to be as important to you as anything else in your life.
Cole, what you got to realize, to make it in the WWE, this is not a job. This is a lifestyle. He's got these fans on their feet. They know what's up.
There it is, a huge 619. And it looks like he's bleeding. This is not going to help his chances.
Well, that depends, Cole. I mean, some guys, they go a little nuts on the side of their own blood, and they become unstoppable.
Well, that doesn't seem like a good strategy to me. I hope he ends this before he suffers a serious injury.
He slipped out of that one. You're not going to see action like this anywhere except SmackDown, Cole.
You'll get no argument from me, Taz. SmackDown is the dominant brand in all of sports entertainment.
That was a textbook reversal.
I think John Cena has risen through the SmackDown ranks faster than any other superstar in recent memory. I can't remember the last time I saw a superstar dominate the way Cena has.
Yeah, Cole, but you said looks like someone's making it pretty clear that he's not feeling too threatened right about now.
Well, this is a good way to find yourself in a bad situation. He's wasting time instead of following up here.
It's not easy maintaining this type of intensity week after week after week, Cole. Trust me.
I don't doubt it, Taz. The WWE superstars don't get an off-season. They compete every week until they're not physically capable of continuing. Why doesn't he put his money where his mouth is and continue with the match?
Hey, slow down a little bit, Cole. He's just having a little fun in there.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
You know what? This Cena, he spends a lot of...
He did it! He did it! I don't believe it! We've got a new WWE Champion!
Hey, I'll tell you what a match. You could say what you want about this cat, but he overcame every obstacle thrown in his way.
Now all that remains is for SmackDown General Manager Theodore Long to present him with the WWE title.
That ain't gonna be too easy for Teddy Long to do, Cole.
Poor Theodore Long is beside himself.
No kidding. He's got to hand over the WWE title to the man who put him on the shelf for 6 months. Whoa, look out!
John Cena's run over Theodore Long.
Yeah, well, at least he wasn't in the car this time.
And now the champ's taking out Cena. I can't believe what I'm seeing.
Cena made the first move, so all bets are off. You know, Cole, I know you get squeamish about stuff like this and all, but this guy's gonna make one heck of a champion. You may not agree with his methods and his morals and the way he does things, but you gotta agree that his ability and his will to succeed are second to none.
Only time will tell, partner. But the fact is, SmackDown has a new WWE Champion. What a WrestleMania this has been.